Top 10 Houseplants to Grow in March. Revitalize your indoor space. Hello, Earthly Delights family. If you're here, chances are you love the beauty and tranquility that houseplants bring into your life. Maybe you're a seasoned plant parent, your home already brimming with lush greenery. Or perhaps you're just starting your journey, looking for that perfect plant to brighten up your space. Either way, you're in the right place. March is a month of transformation. The days are getting longer. The air feels fresher, and there's an undeniable energy of renewal all around us. It's the perfect time to refresh your indoor jungle or start a brand new plant collection. But here's the thing. Choosing the right plants for this transition period can be tricky. Some plants thrive in the increasing daylight, while others struggle to adjust. That's why today, I'm here to help you discover the top 10 houseplants to grow in March. Plants that will not only survive but truly thrive as we step into spring. These aren't just any houseplants. They're handpicked to suit different lifestyles and living spaces. Maybe you're a busy professional who forgets to water your plants. Don't worry. I've got low-maintenance options for you. Maybe you love statement plants that make your guests go, "Wow, what is that?" I have those too. Or maybe you're looking for something resilient. A plant that can handle a bit of neglect but still reward you with stunning growth. Trust me, I've got you covered. In today's video, we'll explore plants that are not just beautiful but practical, ones that bring life, vibrancy, and even air-purifying benefits to your home. Each plant on this list has been chosen with care, based on my own experience and the feedback from countless plant lovers like you. Whether you live in a small apartment, a bright sunlit home, or a cozy space with limited natural light, there's a perfect match for everyone. So, grab your favorite cup of tea, settle into your favorite chair, and let's explore this list together. And hey, if you haven't already, make sure to hit that subscribe button and join our Earthly Delights family. We're all about helping you cultivate a home full of thriving, happy plants, one leaf at a time. Now, let's get started. Now that we're stepping into March, let's start our list with a plant that's not only breathtaking but also a true symbol of resilience, the fiddle leaf fig. If you've ever walked into a room and felt instantly drawn to a plant with large, glossy, violin-shaped leaves stretching toward the light, chances are you were looking at a fiddle leaf fig. It's bold, it's dramatic, and it has this incredible way of making any space feel more vibrant and alive. But here's the thing. This plant isn't just about aesthetics. It's a perfect choice for March because, as the days grow longer and brighter, the fiddle leaf fig starts to wake up from its winter slumber. It loves that extra light, using it to push out fresh, new leaves that feel like little victories for any plant parent. Now, I know what you might be thinking. Isn't the fiddle leaf fig a bit finicky? And yes, it does have a reputation for being a bit of a diva. But here's the secret. Once you understand what it needs, it becomes one of the most rewarding plants to grow. This beauty thrives in bright, indirect light, so placing it near a large window is key. It doesn't like to be moved too often. So once you find the perfect spot, let it settle in. Water it when the top inch of soil is dry. But don't overdo it. This plant hates sitting in soggy soil. And if you really want to see it flourish, give its leaves a gentle wipe every now and then to keep them dust-free. It's a simple step, but it makes a world of difference. One of the best things about the fiddle leaf fig is how it grows with you. Over time, it can transform from a small tabletop plant into a stunning indoor tree, bringing a natural elegance to your home. It's the kind of plant that makes a statement, whether you place it in a cozy reading nook or let it stand tall in your living room. And let's be honest, there's something deeply satisfying about watching those giant, deep green leaves unfurl, knowing that you played a part in helping it thrive. So, if you're looking for a plant that embodies growth and transformation, the fiddle leaf fig is an amazing choice. It's bold, beautiful, and, with the right care, it will reward you with years of stunning greenery. And the best part? This is just the beginning. Up next, we're diving into a plant that's nearly impossible to kill, making it perfect for both beginners and busy plant lovers alike. Stay with me. You won't want to miss it. Great, let's keep going. If the fiddle leaf fig is the bold statement piece of the plant world, then the snake plant is its effortless, no-fuss counterpart. This is the kind of plant that thrives on neglect, making it the perfect choice for busy plant parents. frequent travelers, or anyone who just wants something green without the stress of constant upkeep. The snake plant, also known as Dracaena trifasciata, has a striking architectural look, with its tall, sword-like leaves standing upright like nature's own sculptural masterpiece. But beyond its beauty, this plant is a powerhouse when it comes to adaptability. It can handle everything from bright, indirect light to the dim corners of your home where other plants might struggle. That's what makes it ideal for March. As the days start shifting, temperatures fluctuate, and your home adjusts to the changing season, the snake plant remains unfazed. Watering? Let's just say if you sometimes forget to water your plants, this one won't hold a grudge. In fact, the biggest mistake you can make with a snake plant is overwatering. Its thick, fleshy leaves store moisture, allowing it to go weeks, yes, weeks, without needing a drink. Just make sure the soil is completely dry before watering again, and you'll have a plant that practically takes care of itself. But here's the real reason you'll love having a snake plant in your home. It's not just decorative. It's functional. This plant is one of the best natural air purifiers you can own. Studies have shown that it filters toxins from the air, improving indoor air quality and even producing oxygen at night. That means placing one in your bedroom could actually help you sleep better. How's that for a multitasking houseplant? The best part? The snake plant comes in different varieties, so you can find one that fits your style. Whether you prefer the classic, Laurenti, with its golden yellow edges, the dark and mysterious, black gold, or the compact, honey. There's a version for every space. So if you're someone who wants a resilient, no-hassle plant that still brings beauty and benefits into your home, the snake plant is a must-have. And don't go anywhere yet, because up next, we're introducing a plant that's as easygoing as the snake plant but with a completely different personality, one that thrives on movement and a touch of whimsy. Stay with me, this one's a favorite. Great, let's move on to our next plant, one that brings both beauty and movement into your home, the spider plant. If you love plants that grow fast, adapt easily, and add a sense of lively energy to your space, then the spider plant is exactly what you need. This plant is a true classic, and for good reason. With its long, arching leaves that cascade like green ribbons, it creates a soft, flowing look that feels both dynamic and relaxing at the same time. But what really makes the spider plant stand out is its ability to produce baby plants, or spiderets, that dangle from its stems like tiny green satellites. Watching these little offshoots grow is one of the most rewarding experiences for any plant lover, whether you're a beginner or a seasoned pro. Now, why is the spider plant perfect for March? Well, just like the season itself, this plant is all about renewal and fresh beginnings. As the temperatures rise and daylight increases, the spider plant starts putting out even more new growth. It's a plant that thrives in change, making it a perfect addition to your home as we transition into spring. But here's the best part, it's nearly impossible to kill. This plant is forgiving, adaptable, and doesn't require much fuss. It does well in bright, indirect light, but it can also tolerate lower light conditions, making it ideal for just about any space. Whether you want to hang it in a macrame planter near a sunny window or place it on a bookshelf in a slightly shadier spot, the spider plant will adjust beautifully. And when it comes to watering, just keep the soil lightly moist but not soggy. If you forget a watering or two, don't worry, this plant is incredibly resilient. Another reason to love the spider plant? It's one of the best natural air purifiers out there. Studies have shown that it removes toxins like carbon monoxide and formaldehyde from the air, making your home a healthier place to live. And if you have pets, you'll be happy to know that the spider plant is non-toxic to cats and dogs, so you don't have to worry about curious paws getting too close. If you're someone who loves plants that grow quickly, adapt easily, and practically take care of themselves, the spider plant is a perfect match. Plus, once it starts producing those adorable little spiderets, you can propagate them and share them with friends and family, because let's be honest, every home could use a little more greenery. And speaking of easygoing plants, up next, we're talking about a tropical beauty with iconic split leaves, a plant that instantly transforms any space into a lush, jungle-like retreat. Stay tuned, because you won't want to miss this one. Awesome, let's keep going. Now, if you've ever dreamed of bringing a tropical jungle vibe into your home, then you're going to love this next plant, the Monstera Deliciosa. This plant is the definition of bold, with its large, glossy, deeply split leaves that look like they belong in a rainforest. There's something incredibly satisfying about watching those signature fenestrations, or natural leaf holes, develop over time. It's as if the plant is unfolding a new surprise with every fresh leaf. And here's the thing. A healthy Monstera doesn't just sit quietly in the corner. It takes center stage in any room, instantly transforming the space into something straight out of a botanical paradise. So why is March the perfect time to add a Monstera to your home? This is a plant that thrives in longer daylight hours. As we shift into spring, it wakes up from its slower winter growth and starts pushing out bigger, bolder leaves. If you've had one sitting around that hasn't been doing much over the colder months, now is the time to encourage explosive new growth. The Monstera is also surprisingly easy to care for, making it a great choice for both beginners and seasoned plant lovers. It loves bright, indirect light, so placing it near a window with filtered sunlight will keep it happy. But here's a secret. It can also adapt to lower light conditions. It might not grow as fast, but it'll still look stunning. Watering is simple. Just let the top inch or two of soil dry out before giving it a good drink. And don't forget to wipe those big, beautiful leaves every now and then to keep them dust-free and glossy. One of the best things about the Monstera is how versatile it is. Want it to climb? Give it a moss pole, and it will grow tall and dramatic. Prefer a sprawling, boho chic look? Let it trail over the sides of a large pot for a relaxed, jungle-like aesthetic. And if you ever feel like sharing the Monstera love, you can easily propagate it from stem cuttings. Just pop a cutting in water, and in a few weeks, you'll have new roots forming, ready to be planted. And if you're wondering whether the Monstera purifies the air, the answer is yes. Like many leafy green beauties, it helps remove toxins and freshen up your indoor environment, making it both a decor statement and a health-boosting companion. So, if you're looking for a plant that adds drama, thrives in spring, and rewards you with stunning growth, the Monstera Deliciosa is an absolute must-have. And trust me, once you have one, you might just want more. Now, if you're someone who prefers a plant that's nearly indestructible, one that handles neglect like a champ and still looks stunning, then you're going to love what's coming next. Stay with me, because up next, we have a hardy, glossy-leaved plant that's perfect for busy plant parents. You won't want to miss it. Great, let's keep going. If you love the lush, tropical look of a Monstera but need something even tougher and more low maintenance, then let me introduce you to the ZZ plant. Now, I know many of you lead busy lives. Maybe you travel a lot, work long hours, or just don't have time to babysit a plant that demands constant attention. If that sounds like you, then the ZZ plant is your perfect match. This plant is as close to indestructible as it gets, thriving on neglect and still looking effortlessly stylish no matter what. The ZZ plant, or Zamioculcas zimifolia, is known for its deep green, waxy leaves that grow in a stunning, upright pattern. It's the kind of plant that looks expensive, adding a sleek, modern touch to any space, whether it's a cozy home office, a dim hallway, or even a low-light apartment corner. And here's the best part. It's one of the easiest plants to care for. Why is March the perfect time to bring a ZZ plant into your home? Well, as the seasons change, some plants need extra attention. But not this one. The ZZ plant is a survival expert, handling everything from low light to inconsistent watering with ease. Even if you forget about it for weeks, it will still stand tall, looking as fresh as ever. Now, let's talk care. First off, light. This plant does just fine in low light conditions. But if you want faster growth and shinier leaves, place it in bright, indirect light. When it comes to watering, the rule is simple. Less is more. The ZZ plant stores water in its thick underground rhizomes, so it doesn't need frequent watering. Just let the soil dry out completely between waterings, and you'll have a happy plant. Overwatering is the only way to mess up with this one. So when in doubt, wait another week before watering. But wait, there's more. The ZZ plant isn't just a low-maintenance beauty, it's also a powerful air purifier. Studies have shown that it helps remove toxins from the air, making it a great addition to bedrooms, living rooms, and even office spaces. It's one of those plants that looks good and does good, quietly improving your environment while asking for almost nothing in return. If you want a plant that's sleek, stylish, and practically impossible to kill, the ZZ plant is an absolute must-have. It's perfect for beginners, busy plant parents, or anyone who wants a stress-free touch of greenery in their home. Now, if you're someone who loves trailing plants, something that can cascade beautifully from a shelf or hanging planter, then stick around, because up next, we're diving into a plant that grows fast, thrives with ease, and is perfect for adding a lush, jungle vibe to any space. You're going to love this one. Awesome. Let's move on to our next plant, one that brings effortless greenery and a soft, trailing elegance into your space, the Pothos. If you're looking for a plant that grows fast, thrives in almost any condition, and instantly makes your space feel cozier, then the Pothos is exactly what you need. This plant is often called the beginner's dream because it's one of the easiest houseplants to grow. Even if you've never taken care of a plant before, its long, trailing vines and heart-shaped leaves create a cascading effect that's perfect for hanging baskets, shelves, or even climbing up a trellis if you give it support. But here's what makes the Pothos really special: it's incredibly forgiving. Did you forget to water it for a couple of weeks? No problem. Is your home on the darker side with limited sunlight? It'll adapt. Are you too busy to constantly check on it? Don't worry, the Pothos is here to make your life easier. And March is the perfect time to bring a Pothos into your home. With the arrival of spring, this plant wakes up and starts growing like crazy, filling your space with lush, trailing vines that add instant jungle vibes. If you've been looking for an easy way to refresh your home for the season, this is it. Now, let's talk about care. Light-wise, the Pothos is super flexible. It thrives in bright, indirect light, but it can also handle low light, making it ideal for offices, bedrooms, or dimly lit apartments. If you want faster growth and more variegation, give it a little extra sunlight. When it comes to watering, it's simple. Just let the soil dry out completely between waterings. The biggest mistake with Pothos is overwatering. So when in doubt, wait a few more days before watering again. And here's something fun. Pothos is one of the easiest plants to propagate. If you ever want more plants, or if you want to share the love with friends and family, just cut a vine right below a node, place it in water, and in a few weeks, you'll have new roots forming. It's that easy. Oh, and did I mention it's also a fantastic air purifier? That's right, this little trailing beauty helps remove toxins from the air, making your home a healthier, fresher place to live. So, if you're looking for a plant that's fast-growing, ultra-low maintenance, and effortlessly stylish, the Pothos is a must-have. It's perfect for busy plant lovers, beginners, or anyone who wants a little extra green without the stress. But if you love a plant that's not just easygoing but also stunningly elegant, then stay with me, because up next, we're talking about a plant that blooms beautifully, brings a sense of tranquility, and purifies the air like a pro. You won't want to miss this one. Great, let's move on to our next plant, one that's as graceful as it is functional, the peace lily. If you love plants that not only look elegant but also work hard to improve your home, then the peace lily is a perfect choice. With its deep green foliage and delicate white blooms, this plant adds an instant touch of serenity to any space. There's something so calming about its appearance, like a gentle reminder to slow down and enjoy the beauty around us. But the peace lily isn't just about aesthetics. This plant is a powerful air purifier, removing toxins like formaldehyde, benzene, and carbon monoxide from the air. That means adding one to your space isn't just a visual upgrade, it's also a way to create a healthier indoor environment. March is an amazing time to introduce a peace lily into your home. As we transition into spring, this plant starts waking up from its winter rest, pushing out fresh leaves in. If it's happy, those beautiful signature white blooms. If you've been wanting a plant that adds fresh energy and purity to your home, this is it. Now, what makes the peace lily a favorite for both beginners and experienced plant parents is how adaptable it is. It thrives in medium to low light, making it an excellent option for spots that don't get direct sun. If you want to encourage more blooms, give it a bit more indirect light. But even in a shady corner, it will still look lush and vibrant. When it comes to watering, the peace lily has a unique way of telling you when it's thirsty. Its leaves start to droop dramatically, almost like it's asking for a drink. It's one of the few plants that actually reminds you when it needs water. Just make sure to water it thoroughly when that happens, but avoid letting it sit in soggy soil. And here's something interesting, because of its natural ability to increase humidity. The peace lily is fantastic for bedrooms, helping to create a more comfortable environment while you sleep. Just imagine waking up to cleaner air and a more peaceful atmosphere, all thanks to this gorgeous plant. So if you're looking for a plant that's elegant, air-purifying, and incredibly rewarding to care for, the peace lily is an absolute must-have. It's the perfect blend of beauty and function, making your home feel fresher and more inviting. But if you're someone who prefers a plant that's almost impossible to kill, one that requires barely any care and still thrives like a champ, then stick around. Up next, we're talking about a hardy plant with bold, upright leaves that adds instant drama to any space. Trust me, you'll want this one in your collection. If you love easygoing, fast-growing plants that add an effortless tropical touch to your home, then the philodendron is your perfect match. There's something about this plant that just feels relaxed and natural. With its heart-shaped leaves and vining nature, the philodendron has a way of softening any space, whether it's trailing down from a hanging pot or climbing up a moss pole. Reaching toward the light, it's one of those plants that instantly makes a home feel cozy, inviting, and full of life. But here's why March is the best time to bring a philodendron into your home. This plant loves spring. As the days get longer and warmer, it ramps up its growth, sending out new, fresh green leaves at an impressive pace. If you want a plant that visibly thrives and rewards you with steady, lush growth, this is the one to get. Now, let's talk care. One of the best things about philodendrons is that they are incredibly low maintenance. They thrive in bright, indirect light, but they can adapt to lower light conditions, making them perfect for apartments, offices, and cozier indoor spaces. If you want faster, fuller growth, place it near a bright window, but keep it out of harsh direct sun, which can scorch its delicate leaves. Watering is super easy. The rule of thumb? Let the top inch of soil dry out before watering again. This plant hates sitting in soggy soil, so always make sure your pot has good drainage. If you notice yellowing leaves, it's usually a sign of overwatering, while crispy, brown edges could mean it needs a bit more humidity. Speaking of humidity, philodendrons love it. While they can tolerate average indoor humidity, they thrive in slightly humid conditions. So if you want to boost growth, consider misting them occasionally or placing them near a humidifier. And here's another amazing feature: philodendrons are incredibly easy to propagate. If you ever want more plants, or if you want to share with friends, just take a cutting with a few nodes, pop it in water, and within a few weeks, you'll have roots forming. It's one of the easiest ways to multiply your plant collection without spending extra money. So if you're looking for a fast-growing, forgiving, and stunning houseplant, the philodendron is a must-have. It's perfect for both beginners and experienced plant lovers, offering beauty, versatility, and effortless growth. And now, we're down to the final two plants on our list. Up next, we're featuring a bold, glossy-leaved plant that brings structure and sophistication to any space. If you want a strong, elegant houseplant that looks like it belongs in a designer home, stay with me. This next one is a showstopper. If you're looking for a plant that feels like a living work of art, then the Calathea Orbifolia is about to steal your heart. This plant is nothing short of breathtaking. With its broad, rounded leaves adorned with soft, silvery green stripes, the Calathea Orbifolia brings a sophisticated elegance to any space. There's something mesmerizing about the way its leaves seem to glow when they catch the light, almost like nature's version of fine silk. But here's what makes this plant even more special: it's not just a pretty face. The Calathea Orbifolia is a plant that moves. That's right, throughout the day, its leaves rise and fall in response to light, almost like it's breathing. This daily rhythm, called nyctinasty, makes the plant feel alive and interactive, creating a sense of connection between you and your indoor jungle. March is an excellent time to add a Calathea orbifolia to your collection. As the air becomes warmer and more humid, this plant enters its active growing phase, pushing out fresh, beautifully patterned leaves. If you've been holding off on getting one, now is the time when it's most likely to thrive. Now, let's talk care. Calathea have a reputation for being a bit picky, but once you understand their needs, they're incredibly rewarding. Light-wise, they prefer bright, indirect light. Too much sun can fade their stunning patterns, while too little can slow their growth. When it comes to watering, consistency is key. The Calathea orbifolia loves moist, but not soggy, soil. A good rule of thumb is to water when the top inch of soil feels dry. And here's an important tip: use filtered or distilled water if possible. Calathea are sensitive to chemicals like chlorine and fluoride, which can cause brown leaf edges. But perhaps the most important thing to know about this plant? It thrives in humidity. If your home is on the dry side, consider placing it near a humidifier, grouping it with other plants, or misting it lightly. Creating a moist environment will help keep its leaves lush, vibrant, and free from crispy edges. Caring for a Calathea orbifolia can feel a little like taking care of a high-maintenance pet, but once you get the hang of it, you'll be rewarded with one of the most striking plants in the houseplant world. Its graceful movement, intricate patterns, and undeniable beauty make it a true showstopper. And now, we've made it to the final plant on our list. Up next, we're talking about a plant that is so resilient, so effortless, and so stylish that it's practically a household essential. If you've ever wanted a plant that thrives on neglect and still looks stunning, you won't want to miss this one. If you're looking for a bold, glossy-leaved plant that brings structure and sophistication to any space, then the rubber plant, Ficus elastica, is exactly what you need. With its large, waxy leaves that shine like polished leather, the rubber plant is a statement piece in any home. Its deep green, burgundy, or even variegated foliage adds an elegant, modern touch that works beautifully in both minimalist and jungle-style setups. Whether you let it grow tall and stately like an indoor tree or prune it to stay compact and bushy, this plant has an effortless charm that makes it a favorite among plant lovers. But here's what makes the rubber plant stand out: it's tough, adaptable, and incredibly rewarding to grow. While some plants need constant attention, this one is surprisingly low maintenance, making it perfect for beginners and experienced plant parents alike. March is a great time to bring a rubber plant into your home because as the days grow longer, this plant enters a rapid growth phase, producing larger, glossier leaves. If you want to shape your plant or encourage fuller growth, early spring is the ideal time for pruning. Cutting the top will make it branch out, creating a lush, bushy plant instead of a single tall stem. When it comes to care, the rubber plant is easygoing. It thrives in bright, indirect light, but it can also tolerate lower light conditions. Just expect slower growth. If you want faster, more vibrant growth, place it near a window where it gets plenty of filtered sunlight. Just avoid direct midday sun, which can scorch its leaves. Watering is just as straightforward. Let the top 2 inches of soil dry out before watering again. Overwatering is one of the few ways to cause issues with this plant, so make sure it's in a well-draining pot to prevent root rot. If you notice the leaves drooping, it's a sign that it's thirsty. And if you ever see yellowing leaves, you might be giving it too much water. One thing to keep in mind: the rubber plant's leaves are dust magnets. Every few weeks, give them a gentle wipe with a damp cloth. Not only will this keep them shiny and beautiful, but it will also help the plant absorb more light, leading to healthier growth. And here's a bonus: the rubber plant is a fantastic air purifier. It's known for removing toxins from the air, helping to create a cleaner, fresher indoor environment. So while it's busy making your home look amazing, it's also working to improve air quality at the same time. With its bold presence, low maintenance care, and stylish appeal, the rubber plant is the perfect finishing touch to any indoor jungle. It's resilient, adaptable, and undeniably gorgeous. A must-have for any plant lover looking to add a touch of timeless elegance to their space. And there you have it, the top 10 houseplants to grow in March. Whether you're looking for a fast-growing climber, a resilient low-maintenance beauty, or a plant that purifies your air while adding a touch of elegance, There's something on this list for everyone. By now, you probably have a favorite, or maybe even a few. Which one caught your eye? Are you team bold and dramatic like the Fiddle leaf fig? Or do you prefer something easygoing and forgiving like the snake plant? Let me know in the comments. I'd love to hear which of these plants will be making their way into your home this season. And remember, plants aren't just decorations. They're living, breathing companions that grow with you, change with the seasons, and even improve your well-being. Whether you're just starting your plant journey or you're already deep in the houseplant obsession, the joy of watching new leaves unfurl never gets old. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. It really helps the channel grow. And if you're new here, hit that subscribe button and join our Earthly Delights family. We share plant care tips, inspiration, and everything you need to build your own indoor jungle, one leaf at a time. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Happy planting!